Sorry, I'm late. I'm always late. I thought if I put it for 6:20, I would definitely be here by 6:30, and yeah, it kind of worked. Kind of wasn't on time though. Just a second. Money. What treat? It's like one for if he keeps barking. Say hi to everybody. Yeah. Said hi and bye at the same time. If you didn't catch that. Oh. Let's see how I can set this up. This is gonna be super close. I don't know if I want to be that close. Alright, let's try that. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna shut the door because it's kind of cold. Get the wind from rolling in. Goes back just a little. Oh, much better. What's going on? How is everybody? Welcome to the live feed. Hopefully we got some new people in here. We've had a lot. Like I said, the subscriber count has been pretty crazy. It's been sweet to see it move. And I think for you guys with your channels, definitely build on your short videos. I feel like they get reached out way more than your regular videos will. At least with mine. I think my videos have kind of been flagged for language and stuff like that. But build on your shorts because it'll build your channel, like the flow through your channel. But who's all here? I see Billy. I see Dan the Tree Man. What's up, Ground Pounder? My shorts get a lot more views for sure. Yeah, Ground Pounder, you've been putting out some good shorts here lately. They've been real good. So, you guys are the normals. What do you think? Did you guys get a chance to go to the community page and watch the video clip that I put in? Did anybody? Because if nobody's seen it, then we'll just skip over it. We'll just do our normal live feed, and we won't do the game. But yeah, I think it would be fun. I think it's something we can build on long term, and it's not always. It doesn't have to be a negative thing every time. It can be positive. We can help build channels with this. So, Ground Pounder says, I think it. Okay, you seen it? I think it was an accident. I saw it, Billy says. Okay, here's one thing I seen. If you notice, he says no one would bore this tree. And what we're speaking about is, if you haven't watched it and you didn't take your time to go watch it, then you won't know exactly who I'm talking about. But this gentleman decided he was going to take down his tree. As he was taking the tree down, it barber chaired very, very bad. Just like Ground Pounder just said. I think he also played it off. I think he played it off very good. I didn't get a chance. I got to figure out how to get there. Yeah, you just go to the community page and there's a link to the video, and it's from 5 minutes to 7 minutes. So if you get a chance, maybe you want to watch it after. But on my community page, it says accident or on purpose, I think's what we'll call it. I'll come up with a name for it eventually. But what had happened was he started to make his back cut after putting a very nice face cut in. He starts to make his back cut, and the tree completely barber chair stands up, and luckily just stands up and then falls down next to it. I personally don't feel like it was anything that he really did other than not continuing to cut. On a brittle tree, it's not good to leave a fat hinge, unless you're trying to work the tree over. Usually a fat hinge is a big back cut where you still got a lot of meat left, can cause the tree to barber chair. So he points out and says that no tree guy would have bored that tree. Why? Because the tree was almost straight up and down. It had a little bit of natural lean in your favor, going the direction you would want. Um, so he puts a regular notch in the front, starts to make the back cut. The tree barber chairs completely, slams down, and you notice at the beginning of the day, he's just talking about we're going to go do this simple tree, this, that. There's no talk of we're going to go out, we're going to do a demonstration of doing a barber chair. I promise you that many tree guys have went out with the intention to cause a barber chair on something, trying to get it for footage for YouTube. I don't know if I have, but I've thought about it. But a barber chair isn't something that happens like that. That's not usually the way it works. Usually if you want it to barber chair, it's not going to barber chair. So it barber chairs on him. He realizes, this is just my opinion. I may be 1,000% wrong about it, but I feel like it was a oops. That was a mess up. But it could be a learning experience. So instead of going with the I made a mistake, because I'm a human being. I know we want to pretend like we're superheroes as these tree guys on YouTube, but we're not. We're all humans. The mistakes happen. Accidents happen sometimes. It's just they happen a lot more in this kind of work than they do others. So instead of admitting a bit of fault and explaining why and how everything happened, it instantly changes to this is a demonstration, and I did this on purpose. I went out to barber chair a tree. This is what I'm supposed to believe. I walked out in the woods, or wherever, where you're supposed to be taking the trees down, and these specific trees are supposed to be taken out, and I just decided to barber chair one today. I did nothing special. I made a wide open face cut. So if you're wanting to barber chair something, here's what would be my advice. Make a very small face cut. So it closes very quick, just instantly. Leave a big back cut with a bunch of meat left, and when it closes, the tree will separate instead of falling over and pulling off the stump. That's not what happened. So, yeah, this is the first time we've done this, so we'll do it a lot more often. Sometimes it's going to be on purpose. Sometimes guys are just good. Sometimes guys are just good. We'll use this as a time to point out, I don't want to do just all negative stuff. But at the same time, YouTube is a place where, for the sake of the content, you will totally change what's going on. And almost lie. I can't bring myself to do that kind of stuff, so a lot of my videos come off with me always making a mistake. I'll point it out and go from there. So that's just my opinion on that. Everybody else can have their own, but that was my opinion. Lucky it didn't get hurt. Very true, because the way it stood up, usually they stand up, they shoot one direction or the other, because usually it's not perfectly going with the lean. But he did none of the things that you would want to do to cause a barber chair, and ended up with a barber chair. So if he was trying to make a tree barber chair, there's things that you would do that he didn't do. It just so happened to happen at that time with that tree, and he realized, turn the page instantly. That's a true content creator who's done it for a long time, that knows this is now junk, or I have to admit fault. Some guys just can't do that. They just can't do it. They become too prideful. They feel like they're too big, that to admit some fault or blame in some situation would show weakness. I don't really know what, I can't. I know why I would maybe do that. So that's just my opinion on it. He turned the page quick. That's a great content creator that can realize what's going on and do that. So, Monty, come here, treat. Oh, okay. But yeah, that's just one simple tree, guys' opinion. Did he have pull on it? No, no pull. There was no pull. That would be something else you would want. You want extra pull. You want that pull to create that barber chair for sure. There's so many things that you would do that he just didn't do. If you try to get one to barber chair, it won't. I'm telling you, Billy. You know how many times I've tried? Jeff, what's going on, buddy? We're talking about bucking. It's actually Buck and Billy Ray is who we're talking about. We kind of do a little game at the beginning of our live feeds where I'll put in the community page a clip from somebody's video, and we'll do a was that on purpose or was it an accident? Um, in this clip, he claimed it was on purpose. He's the boss. That's the way it gets to go on. From now on to the end of time, that was on purpose. It's established in his video. I have a different opinion, but it doesn't make me right. Seems like my opinion's shared with a few others, but yeah, it's just that kind of things happen, and definitely a learning experience. And he put it out there as a learning experience, and that's the bottom line. Like, to think of it more than anything else is he did put it out and used it as a learning experience for people. So I dig that. You know, I'm not trying to throw any shade at all. It was just something we're gonna do. Just a little game during the week, right before the live feed. Probably on the weekend. I'll probably do it on like a let's say a Saturday or something. That way you got a couple days where you can watch the clip, come up with your opinion. We'll start the live feeds with it every time, and just be a little something to get the live feed going. It's a little bit of a game. We'll use it not only in negative stuff. That's what I told everybody before. I don't want to do this and just point out people's flaws or look, he's lying or this or that. Sometimes I just want to show that this dude threw a ringer, basically. Sometimes you're just good. And I want to use it to show that off too. That sometimes guys are just that good. So this was the first one. Just an idea I've had for a little while. Definitely watch it, Dan. It's in my community page. I just put a reminder up like 30 minutes before this live feed for everybody to watch it. If you didn't it's before that one, and it's got the thumbnail of bucking and stuff. So yeah, no shade though. I hope this doesn't come off as I'm trying to like act like I'm better. Like if that tree was gonna barber chair, more than likely it probably would have barber chaired on me, because it's instinct. After a tree starts to grow and you watch the crown as it's going and the crown's moving, there's no need to continue to cut on that. Oh, sometimes there is. Sometimes you want it to leave with ease and not pull so much, but normally you just want it to set on the stump and fall. So you back up, and that's what he did. He backed up out of the way. Everything was good. It's just I feel like even if I did it, there's a pretty good chance the same thing would have happened. I would have put the same big, normal notch like he did, and that probably would have happened. So no face cut at all, and slow cut till you notice it. But yeah, well, I have a video coming out. It's the next one coming out. My rigging point barber chaired out. Like, set up my rings up in the tree. I put one. Well, I actually did one half, and then I had a perfect crotch up there that was just where we ran the rope up through, and it's in this big Kodam maple. So I ran it up to this fork here, and I ran it over to my first set of rings, and I'm tied into a little stem back behind it. There's a set of rings in front of where I'm at, and then I put another ring over here. So there's one ring here, and I'm tied into the back one, a little skinny one there. So as I rigged this one that the second ring's on to itself, negative, it like I had a face cut in it and everything. As I made the back cut, it just blew up. It shredded, it sharded, like it just there's shards of wood. It looked crazy, and the fact that the false crotch and the ring was on there, it actually held it together and stopped the barber chair from happening to the point that it was able to release. I don't know how far down the barber chair probably would have went without the strap. So probably would have, if you're, I probably wouldn't have rigged so big if I was tied into that specific one or some of the rigging was on my tie-in point. But I rigged a little bigger because I wasn't tied into that stuff, and because I just sometimes want to max out. So. But yeah, I have one coming up, and all I did was make a face cut, made the back cut. The fact that it didn't have room to keep going, but it was already over center. The face cut was a very, very shallow, like almost like just a back cut, like for a snap cut. But it was a really shallow notch, really shallow. So as it closed instantly, I guess I hadn't cut enough, and it just barber chaired down and bypassed it completely. And then it just broke everything apart and just sticks everywhere. Yeah. But yeah, the back cut, no face cut. Yeah, that you're looking for a barber chair a lot of times if you do that. I got something to show you guys in a second. It's too dangerous to do it on purpose. 100%. Feel free to use my footage. Jeff, we'll try, but I just don't see you, like, yeah, I'll use your footage in the other way where we're looking to just, sometimes guys just get it right. But we need to find, there's, the fun part about this is, like, we're going to bring some attention to some channels, which is cool. And we're also going to just point out how YouTube can make some people blatantly go against the truth. Like, blatantly bend the truth or fib a bit to get the narrative that they want. So, and that's, you would think that kind of stuff goes on in the drama stuff for YouTube and all that, like the reaction channels and this and that, but it's made its way into manual stuff, like the manual laborish stuff, and I'm sure 90% of guys out there are guilty of it. I'm sure I probably have been guilty of it, and I've edited videos before and got a different outcome on the video than what happened at, like, there. So the editing can change everything. So I think we're see a lot of that on YouTube. Your content has been very good, Jeff. Yeah, I know. Jeff's content's always good. I've seen safe barber chairs happen. Straight back cut, bobcat. Yeah. What's up, Kellen? How you doing, buddy? I've seen stuff come through into a cab. Oh. Late to the show, like, oh, nah. Well, I mean, you're just keeping up with the rest of us. Some of these guys are here on time, but you know me, I wasn't on time. I didn't condone it, but I saw it. That's awesome. Very informative. It makes more interesting as a new climber like me watching from Philippines. Oh, well, cool. What is that? Dominiku? Dominiku. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm sorry. But awesome. That's cool. Well, if we got a pretty good crew of guys, especially if you jump on these live feeds, some really smart tree guys. I mean, you see Jeff's there. That as far in the industry, they don't get too much higher than some of the guys that you're gonna find in here. Dan the Tree Man. You got little, like, wizardish kind of guys like, Meta Spencer or DQMC or Ground Pounder or Greg Brown. Like, it's a hell of a crew of people to associate with. So take advantage of it, use it, and welcome. So, and good luck with the climbing. Stay safe, and if you have questions, ask them. So check out what I got. You guys probably get these in the mail. Tree trimming guide. It says your power and your trees. This is from Ameren, and they wanted to show how you like if we didn't know how to trim a tree, this is how you're supposed to trim it. Like, and I didn't even know about this, so I'm learning too. But check that stuff out. Why is it so nasty? Aren't that? Those are nice. That's not. I mean, this is crazy though. This is crazy too. I mean, what are you doing? This one doesn't even look as bad as what they normally do. But the like flying V, I don't know. I don't understand that. When they ever see what the name is. So the one that's totally flat on the side and half the tree's gone, um, is called side pruning. That's side, SIDE, nothing on it. Side pruning. You get that one? All right, we're gonna go to the next one. I like the name. At least they took time to categorize it correctly. The one where it's like the whole center's going out of the tree and the branches are going like this and the power line's going through the middle of it, they like to call that one, see if I pronounce this right, the V cut. And I think it's because it's like shape or something. I mean, I don't know. It's probably the shape. Then they hit us with the last one there, and they say that's a crown reduction. Now, if I'm gonna name these, I don't even know, like the one where it's bare on the side. I call that one half dead. The one where you knock the whole center out of it, I'd call that one about to break. And then the one where you say it's a crown reduction, I'd have to call that a flat top. So, yeah, they're pretty interesting here. I don't know. They got some stuff. They got all kinds of things that they are saying in this with trees and like. So, it's a good read. If you ever need a like, I'm talking a little BS, but they have stepped their game up a lot. I see some of the guys that really want to do a good job and stuff. So let's see what this says. Hang on. This just kind of caught my eye. Planting the right tree in the right place. Ameren, Missouri urges you to prevent avoidable disruptions of electricity service by maintaining existing trees on your property and selecting the appropriate new or replacement tree and the right place to plant it. Homeowners sometimes, look at, they've already passed the buck on the homeowner for their crappy trim jobs. Homeowners sometimes buy fast-growing trees in order to have mature trees in a short time. However, these type of trees generally have softer wood, making them susceptible to damage from storms, wind, and ice. Fast-growing trees also have relatively shorter lifespans. Slower growing species tend to live longer, have strong, dense, attract wildlife, and are less prone to damage from insects and disease. That's such a crock of crap. Oak is like as hard as it gets, and it's the most disease-ridden tree on the face of this earth. If you scratch that tree at the wrong time of the year, it's dying. So it's like, that's not true. That's some BS. They're like, hey, we all stop growing these trees that grow fast because we have to come back too quick. I don't know. I say if you need to remove it, but like, I don't know. That's that though. That's Amber. Yeah, sometimes I get what you're saying with the repairs. Sometimes you just want to, like, yeah, you gotta bend on some rules sometimes and do something a little different. You don't want everybody thinking that's the way you always do it. Line clearance crews are the worst butchers off trees in the land. Yeah, they cause more problems. Oak wilt, terrible. Yeah, yeah, that's something they don't realize. It's just out of their realm. I don't think it's in their education as far as that goes. And um, I had at one point was being asked to like maybe teach some climbing classes and stuff for the guys that did or the big companies that did ours here around us. I had a buddy that was working with him. He was kind of high up, and he was talking to me about that. And they have so many stipulations and like limitations to what they do, like climbing devices, saddles, like everything. They're very limited on what they get to do, and they don't get the choice. They're told to do something, and it's just do it. That's it. And I tell you what, I need to start. I got to put some videos out for you guys very soon because my analytics are shot right now. Like my shorts bring in new subscribers, but it does nothing for the channel. Like nothing. So I got to put some videos out, and hopefully they get some views. I'm gonna be pretty aggravated if they don't. I need my videos. I need to start sharing them somewhere, like some other crowds, Facebook and stuff. Oh, I seen Thomas. That was Thomas, wasn't it? What's up, Tom? Can I call you Tom? We'll say Thomas. What's up, Jared? What are we talking about here? I think I got some of those cool chaps coming. These funny cuts. Oh, okay. Well, he never said nothing, so he don't care or has not seen it. I might have to do another one. Hey, if there's something you guys want me to see and you put it on Facebook, what am I saying? YouTube, tag me in it. Tag me in it. That way I for sure get to see it. Sometimes I am subscribed just so like because I don't like I watch skateboarding stuff. I have some other like hobbies that I like, things I collect, stuff like that. So my YouTube channels that I follow, there's a lot of them, and my subscription thing is like so full always. So I'm usually panning back a long ways just to keep up with some of you guys. Um, but if you tag me, it'll be in my mentions, and so no matter what, I'll be able to to check it and not have to search through sometimes. Because I know sometimes I miss some stuff, and it's not because I'm trying to like definitely an accident. It's just sometimes it gets lost in the shuffle, and I apologize anytime that something like that happens. It's not the crew's fault. Yeah, yeah, 100%. Those guys are, that's what's funny is I just put a video out praising them being so amazing and like working next to the lines. A lot. Monty, come here. You want a treat? Come here. Praising them and stuff, and then now I'm like talking trash on them with this little pamphlet. Come here. You want this? Okay. What are you doing? Hmm? Hmm? You gonna come up here? What? Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Say hi to everybody. Say hi, everybody. He's a good boy. He just barks too much. It's okay. And my dad wants to rip my throat out sometimes, but he loves me. Poor guy. I don't want to get him a bark collar. He barks so much, but I don't want to put a bark collar on him. I don't want him to be shocked all the time. Like, doctor tried to give him Prozac, and like he took it one time, and he was like all lethargic for 2 days. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I don't want it. I don't want a stuffed animal living around my house. I'll just deal with it. He's a herding dog. I should have known better bringing him into town. He just came and slobbered all over everything, got hair all over everything. But yeah, he's my homie. He's like gonna be nice. You stealing my wood again? He likes to come steal all my wood that I split. He's got a pile out in the yard right now, like in one spot. Looks like he's trying to start a fire. One of my really good friends is a headline clearing. He cares lots, but they only let him do so. Yep. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I had a buddy that he cared to a lot and wanted to try to do things correctly, and he was told no. No, this is what I've been told by every electric guy who's ever done trimming and stuff. It is clearance over appearance. They're concerned with your electricity and not the health of your tree. If you are concerned with the health of your tree, you should have it pruned or taken care of and maintenance done on it to prevent them from ever touching your tree. So they say, if we killed your tree, we apologize basically, but you should have had something done because it's, became a danger to other people's electricity. I don't think most people realize that, and then they get mad after the electric company comes in and trims one and like it dies or looks like a bird in mid-flight. So what's up, Dan? What's going on, Mark? What did we do today, Dan? What'd you get done? A video ticked at Wrangle Star? That dude, he gets like, he kind of grinds my gears a little different. I just don't think he's my type of person. I don't. I'm just, it's there's so many people out there nowadays because of the instant, get any information instantly. People that are really good at learning start to become, they learn lots of things and they pick up tricks with things and they know a lot about a lot, a little about a lot, but like they really don't master in anything. But they can be very knowledgeable in a lot of things to the point that they start to become like they know everything. And like I know nothing but trees and climbing trees and like chainsaws and climbing here, and like that's the stuff that I know about. But I would be stupid to sit here and tell you that I'm not wrong sometimes, or some of the things I say aren't just simply opinion. Because to think I know everything is ridiculous. I learn something all the time. Every time if I allow myself to retain it and understand it, I will learn something every time I go out. Whether it's just a different reaction from a cut, a different reaction from the denseness of a wood, the way something swung. There's a billion different ways things can go different every single time. To say that you know everything and you can't learn is a bit silly in my opinion. And I think the reason people act like that is because they so much want to teach on YouTube and do how-to videos. They want to teach so much that they will simply learn something one day and come back the next to teach it. It happens in skateboarding, which I understand more often. Somebody will try to learn a trick, a kickflip. They learn the kickflip, then the next day they're on you. They put a YouTube video out how to kickflip. Well, you just learned it yesterday. Why don't you mess with that for a while? Why don't you figure everything out with it? Then come back and give me the ins and outs. Because for you to go from one day learning something to teaching it to the next tells me that you think you're perfect. You are the bee's knees. You're the greatest thing going. To the point that you did it perfect the first time you ever did it. And you don't need to ever do it again. This is the way for it to be done. I'm just not that type of person. I'm different. Ringstar was feeding the trolls way too much for my taste, so I unsubbed from his channel. Had some nice comments from his wife, though, after she took the axe to the face. I was glad to see... What? His wife took an axe to the face? Yeah, I don't follow the guy. Like I said, he's just not my type of person. Like, I think he's a good content creator. I really do. I think I'm not a very good content creator. That's the reason my channel is so small, and won't ever really blow up because I just don't think that way. I'm more here for you guys, putting out stuff for you guys, and getting the feedback from you guys. It's just more of like a group of friends, basically, is what the channel is. So, there's a lot of other people that are subscribed to the channel, but they don't conversate with me. They don't hang with me, kind of like our live feed group does. There's a lot of you that like to just watch, and I understand that too. I dig that. Sometimes I'm the guy that wants to just sit in the room and not talk. I'm the guy that shows up with earbuds in because he doesn't want anybody to talk to him. I'm the guy that purposely looks down when I'm in the grocery store because I don't want to make eye contact and have to have a conversation. I get it. But every once in a while to say howdy or jump in is cool. Let me know you're here. Monkey Lodge, Panama, what's up, man? Unsubbed from Rage Coach Dudes after he laid into me for saying I would love to have those fir trees in my area because all I have are heavy limbed pines. He took it as a personal attack on him, and yeah, you know what? I have I had my issue with Reg too. He was like, I would comment. Okay, I had a dude who ran a channel, and he got to the point where he didn't like me, so he started putting out videos talking trash on me. To the point that he would comment on my stuff all the time and leave like crazy comments, stupid stuff. So finally, I think I blocked him. So, you don't have to watch it. That's fine. I think it's the only person I've ever really had to block. Unless I can tell it's like a crazy bot or something. But, so I block him. And the blocking him doesn't... He still somehow sees my comments. Or maybe I didn't block him. Maybe I didn't... Maybe I hid it. Hid my stuff from him or something. But I would go over on Reg's page and I would leave a comment there. And he would comment to my comments. To the point we got to arguing back and forth one time, and Reg came in and took up for him and told me to back up and like do it somewhere else and like kiss my ass, Reg. I'll do it wherever the hell I want. That's like if me and the dude got into a fist fight, you're gonna walk over and tell me to stop and go somewhere. You wouldn't dare. You wouldn't dare. So people have bad days. I banked it on Reg had a bad day that day, didn't know the backstory, and decided to jump on Homeboy's side for some reason and tell me to kick rocks, don't do this on his page. I'll do whatever I want. I'm a grown-ass man. I don't need your opinion. So, sometimes things can come off wrong. So Regis a very smart tree guy, and I'm sure that, you know, he gets a lot of shit from people sometimes because of his personality and how quiet he is. It's really rare to hear him come back really with anything, which is kind of wild. Usually he won't even respond, but he's always been really good about responding. But I'm fine with him. Like after that, I think Homeboy finally gave up. Or I think I stopped commenting back because I would feed into it. He would find my comments. He would comment on my comments to the point that I just finally left it alone. I just stopped responding. But that's a bummer to hear. That really is because Rich is a really a good guy for our industry, and we all have to remember that our comments are in text form, and a lot of us are males. Um, Males aren't the type to use a emoji every time that they type. I find myself doing it a lot, so maybe I'm a bit of a sissy. Um, who knows? But our things are in text, our comments are in text, and text can be read however you want to read them. I've read text before, and people weren't meaning to be mean. I've read them and totally was like, that was rude as hell, and I've argued with them. And I shouldn't have. Maybe I just read it wrong. You know, there's times where people were trying to be rude, and I read it a different way, and I didn't think it was rude. And it's like, so we have to remember that, like, you're living your own life. Let's just put it like this. Don't let another man influence any of your decisions to the point that it affects your life. If you respect a person and you want their feedback or their opinion, that is cool. I don't see anything wrong with that. But my experience is you can idolize someone to the point of completely looking up to them, never have met them, and have an interaction with them that can totally bum you out and affect you when it shouldn't. So it is just social media. We just gotta sometimes try not to take it too to heart. What's up, Greg? There's my guy. Yeah, hey, that kind of stuff happens, Billy. Like Billy says here, me, I've unsubbed to a lot of people. There are guys that I were really good friends with that, like, you know, they've done some things and I've unsubbed. It's like, it's, sometimes, you know, you walk through life giving everyone the respect you would want. Whether it be, you know, someone give you something and you're grateful, someone helped you and you're grateful, or someone taught you something and you're grateful. Now, if someone teaches you something or you pick up their information, I think YouTube is a little notorious for, like, you know, hey, I come up with this. It was just invented today. Show this video. And a lot of that stuff's not true. A lot of it's being regurgitated. Stuff gets lost, you know, in time, where things have been shown years ago or by someone else, and some new guy does it, and it becomes the bee's knees to everybody. That can come off offensive. Like, I've been offended before when people will, you know, I have been offended before when my things that I've shown or taught or given away were used and basically told as if I come up with this. This is what I do, and like no credit was given, and not even a wink or a nod or a nudge. Like sometimes it's like, whoa, like I thought we were buddies. That's messed up. So whether it be an action or just something someone does that they think you'll never see, you kind of just got to treat people the way you want to be treated. If I could give anybody in this world advice, is go through today, and however you treat people today is the way you'll be treated tomorrow. And if you can go through your day being a dick and being rude and inconsiderate and can deal with people being a dick, rude, and inconsiderate to you the next day, then so be it. That's fair. But you don't go through being that way and then be shocked when people are that way to you. So people would just be a little bit nicer to people, care a little bit. It's not a bad thing to care. It isn't. You know, I don't know. It blows my mind. And the things that people care and want to like die on the stake for are the stupidest things, but like just compassion and being considerate to just another fellow human falls to the wayside. Instead, they're ready to like strangle you over politics or a proposition or something stupid. Learn every single day. Hell yeah, Jeffrey. Me too. I gotta stop with the cussing. Like, at least the F bombs and stuff. Like, I know that there are some younger kids that watch this channel. And I wouldn't say if you're a young kid that you should watch the channel. But, yeah. Sometimes I feel bad. I let them know on August live stream one evening. Some of the people thought I outed myself or something. I was like, hell no. Really? I have unsubscribed to several also. Most of the big names on YouTube. Yeah, sometimes you just get burnt on it. It happens. I know that I've had people that have probably unsubscribed to my stuff and have subscribed back. I've been guilty of putting videos out and being not caring or caring too much and letting a comment that I should let roll off my back affect me too much to the point that I get hateful and rude with somebody and maybe run them off. This would be really cool if YouTube was something that I could maybe make a living off as I get older. It would be fun. I'm sure it wouldn't be as active as I am now, but it would be really cool. But at the same time, this takes a lot of my time up, a lot of my attention up, and it's the most unlucrative thing I've ever done in my life, and probably will always be that way. But I enjoy it, so it is what it is. I guess the most unlucrative thing I ever did was go to a casino, because I don't win anything. That to me would be the first rule of YouTubing, is don't feed the trolls. Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. I'm the guy. Yeah, I'm not so much antisocial. I mean, I'm fine. I mean, if I was antisocial, I definitely probably wouldn't have a YouTube channel. I've used to everything I did. I like performing for people, like whether it was playing music, doing skate contests, making skate videos. Like I've always kind of been that guy. I enjoy entertaining. Like I want to sit around and tell a story, and you want to be the guy that tells a story and makes everybody laugh. Everybody does. So YouTube just kind of seemed like a natural thing for me. going. See you, buddy. Have a good night. Bridge burner, what's going on, man? I don't watch the big channels either. I subbed from. I subbed from most as soon as I did. That's awesome. Yeah, mine's like. I still watch August channel. I watch Reg. Um, And then there are those other channels that there are some YouTube channels out there with some guys where their channels are growing quickly. Like I've there's some that have grown past my channel already. They quickly went past my channel. And like they're just like, and I feel like I could grow my channel a lot quicker too if I was okay with just spewing BS. Like I can't, in good conscience, come to you guys and start to give you something that I don't 100% know myself. So if I'm going to go into a subject, I'm going to talk about something, I'm going to show something, I'm going to demonstrate something, I have to know the ins and outs. I don't want to come off like a knucklehead. And YouTube is just more full of. I wish Rion would make a few more videos. His videos are always fun. That's a happy dude. That smile is insanely contagious. He looks like he has a blast. That's what I like seeing. Um, Not these guys that are like, all right, I'm gonna rig this top, and what I need it to do is come down right here and swing past that limb, and not like, and he's gonna let it down. And he's gonna stop it right before the roof, and they make their cut. It breaks the limb off and lands on the roof, and he says, "Perfect. Couldn't have done it any perfect. That was nice. Good job." What? In what world? People are crazy. I don't subscribe to Cotton Top. I've never really watched Cotton Top stuff. Reg feeds the trolls often enough. Yeah, sometimes I like to argue. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm okay, this guy just wants to argue. I'm good with arguing sometimes. So. It's been a while though. I used to do it a lot. But I just don't have the time anymore. If I had a little extra time, I'd be like, okay, want to argue? You be you, period. Yeah. But I wish more people were, when they were being their self, they were a bit more genuine as like humans and gave a damn about how their actions and the way that they carry themselves and like the things they do does affect other human beings other than themselves. So yeah, I'm the same way. Like if people are cool, I'm cool. Like I'm a pretty quiet guy. I'm not. I stick to myself, you know. But I'm cool with meeting anybody at any time and like, you know, taking, you know, just a little bit of time just to say hey, stuff like that. Like I don't mind any. I think that stuff's awesome. It's really cool. Um, but at the same time, I'm like, I may be a bit awkward with it because it's not something that I like was like, oh, I want to do YouTube so people look up to me or like think that I'm something special, because every now and then I get YouTube subscribers that they think I'm something special. That I'm just like, they built me different. They didn't build me no different than you. You know, like I said, God built my body pretty good because I've tried to wreck it and it's still going. But we're all built the same way. It's just some people. When I leave, I just want to know that I earned everything I got. I didn't ask for no handouts. I suffered when I needed to suffer, and I was always looking to thrive. So like, that's all I care about. As long as my daughter's taken care of, my wife's taken care of, and I'm not negatively affecting anyone else's life, I'm golden. I'm good. I can't, like, if a customer was insanely, like, someone was insanely rude that I took a tree down for, and they were just crazy rude, and I left there, and they were rude, I have one. Like, I have one now. Like, I'm gonna go, like, I feel like I was treated completely unfairly. And why, I don't understand. Still to this day blows my mind. But I have to remember people have bad days. Maybe that was their bad day. Give them another chance and show that you can be the bigger person. I know that kind of stuff. Monty, stop! That kind of stuff gets super old when everybody's always like, be the bigger person, be the bigger person. Well, the bigger person always feels like crap. So, like, I get why sometimes, like, I don't want to be the bigger person. But, like I said, I just want to, when I finish this all up and I'm done, just want to know that I made a positive influence, not a negative one, and that I treated people the way I wanted to be treated. Yeah, but it is what it is. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you hold all that aggravation in, and sometimes it just comes out. Ground Pounder, the speed line right to the camera video was really cool. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Jared. Getting on Billy. Get him. Yes, I do. Greg, I do. Um, Brian, what was his last name? Brian Kennedy, right? Brian Kennedy. I think it was Brian Kennedy. That sounds right. I think it is. I'm pretty sure. But poor BR. I thought BR was Brian Kennedy trying to change his profile like name so that I wouldn't know it's him. So like for a little bit I thought BR was him and I'm like I was probably giving BR attitude. So when I said I haven't blocked very many people, I think he was maybe the only other one. Because he's the type of kid to be like, I'll come sleep with your wife when you're at work, and then tell you he's gonna beat you up, and if you give him your address, he'll come beat that kind of stuff. Like I don't know. I think people just don't get it. Um, I'm not a little guy. I don't know what this camera does, but I think most people think tree guys are little guys. Like I'm like 6'2". It's not like that. Definitely not like that. So yeah, I do remember Brian, and Brian was he was something special. I know he got onto Human too, and was trying to get Human into a fight with him to the point where Human like gave him all the attention he wanted. He made a whole video about him, and I'm like, dude, you shouldn't have done that. This kid just wanted that. I don't know. I don't know. I was looking for that vid. I didn't know it was a short. Hey, I got a question. I follow a few good arborists on YouTube and learn a lot. Oh no, my pleasure. My pleasure. I don't definitely as long as people are, it gives you guys some entertainment and like it's not like every time you're gonna use a technique that you learn from somebody, you should be like, oh, Jerry Baronic, or August Honeyke. That's not the way things work. Like it's not. But like sometimes when guys are gonna go show a technique or point things out, and like it wouldn't hurt to throw that attention to that guy because he probably spent a lot of time and put a lot of effort into coming up with that. So that's what I mean by that. What's up, John? But I think his attitude is kind of lazy, so he don't watch his stuff. Uh, yeah, I don't. I mean, for his age, I don't know. I think he's got a lot going on. I think YouTube is a very exhausting thing if you're gonna do it on a constant. And yeah, so I don't know. Like I don't. We probably. I don't know. Like I draw conclusions too. Like sometimes, and I think I would definitely click with that guy. I would definitely click with that guy, and then you find out, no, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Because maybe that guy decided when he was going to do his YouTube channel, he was going to have a bit of a character. Or he was going to portray himself to be a certain way to appease his audience, um, or to simply make it more relatable to more people. Or I don't know. YouTube's definitely not always going to show you exactly who a person is, though. I can sit here and tell you until I'm blue in the face about how I'd give if you guys needed something, I'd give you a shirt off my back. That's what everybody says. Everybody says they're the greatest person when they're on social media, you know. But in real life, every day, that's where you get to show it. And I know people are like, why should I do this? Why should I do this? Like, you should get an internal good feeling every time you do something like that. And that kind of stuff builds up and like just puts you on more of a positive path long term. So like, it doesn't hurt to do something nice for somebody. It doesn't hurt to hold the door, or pay for the guy behind you, or just say hi to that guy that's sitting there, and you can tell he just wants to talk to somebody, and you talk to him for a second. Um, if you can positively influence somebody every single day, and tell me your life's not better every day. You don't have to do nothing super special, but let's just say you see a person who's depressed and this and that, and you talk to him, you tell him have a good day, you do something like that. Like, if you do something like that every day, you can't tell me life doesn't start to get better. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, the shorts will really grow your channel quick. Definitely keep pounding them out because right now, and I imagine the like flow of shorts will become massive eventually to the point that it's lost in the shuffle. But like right now, I don't think so many guys are doing the shorts and stuff. So oh hey, I was gonna ask you guys. My live feed yesterday didn't upload, did it? It crashed. When I got off with you guys, it crashed. So I did a live feed yesterday, and only the people that were physically in that live feed, I believe, got to see it. If I'm wrong, there's a live feed from yesterday, but I don't think there is. Oh yeah, that reminds me of Toby Flanderson. Maybe Ned. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? That's why I don't say a lot because I don't know a lot. You don't need to know a lot to say a lot. I think that's my rope guy's worst thing. He just he won't ask a question. He'll not hear you correctly and just draw conclusions instead of saying, "Hey, can you repeat that? What was that?" He'll just take for granted he knows what you're thinking, which is the worst thing in this line of work. So that is the first thing that anybody that gets into this work. If a guy's mad at you for asking questions, he's just he's just kind of a dick. Some people are that way. Shouldn't be mad about you asking questions. Be mad about you making mistakes, not asking questions. So that's my 2 cents on that one. What's up, Turbo? I've been able to see anything for the past few. Oh dang! What's going on? I've deleted all my social media accounts except YouTube. Dang, Jared, you the man. Yeah, I started taking, I stole the idea from Rion. Um, I noticed on his Instagram, you know how our videos are vertical, or horizontal. So to do a reel, you have to record it vertically. So if you find the right thing in your editor, you can switch it and take your horizontal videos, make them vertical, and then when you go to watch the reel, instead of watching it vertically, you just turn the phone sideways. And I think I can do the same thing with YouTube shorts. So, because sometimes recropping and editing them, the view is just too close. It's way too close. So, like, I don't know about that sometimes. So, I may be doing some sideways ones. Off from seeing my content. I have been locked off from seeing your content still. I don't know how, why, even how. Really? Yeah, you have to like on a lot of my uploads too. You can click the like three dots up in the top and increase your picture quality because I upload in 1080 and then the shorts I upload in 4K. So there is better picture quality there if you're having trouble with picture quality. Also, on the notification thing, there's nowadays it's not just hit subscribe. There's a ton of different notifications you can get, and you have to like select all to where you get all the notifications. Because you can pick like I only want notified when they're alive. I only want notified when they post regular videos. I don't want notified, but I still want to subscribe. So I don't know. They're always changing things for some reason. They put super chats on there, like out of the blue too, and like cool, but I don't know, it's different. We'll say that. I've never had the offer thing. Man. Is the main reason I even started content. YouTube is how I pay it forward. It's how many of us earn, or many of us learned, and I don't have any issues. So that's awesome. Yeah, you don't know how you're gonna affect somebody. You know, you just run into a random tree guy and you spit some info at him. You may have saved his life that day. Who knows? Um, but if you're, I think the worst thing with a lot of tree guys, and it's not so much nowadays because the the fact of showing off and like expressing and showing how good you are is so prevalent. Like so many guys want to do that. Used to, a tree guy didn't want to teach you how to put on spikes. A tree guy didn't want you to know how to climb a tree. He don't want you to know how to start a chainsaw or run a rope, or he just don't want you to know how to do all that stuff because knowledge is power. So nowadays it's different. YouTube is there to help everybody if they want to start and they got an idea. It's there, gives you that almost how-to book if you're able to work the system good enough on how to do everything step by step. Um, but be appreciative to them guys. I mean, just like Jared's saying there, he the facts are facts. Like if you learned something somewhere, you learned it there. There are things that I've learned from people that I maybe it's nothing big, but like still doesn't mean that I didn't learn it from them. There's a there's a huge group of climbers where I've learned things, and that's just from posting videos on YouTube and watching other videos on YouTube. I've learned a lot of things. Um, like I said, I don't instantly learn something, run to you guys. Look what I just figured out. This is what I know. Usually I'll sit on it for a little while. I'll work with it. I'll do it a few times. I may point it out in a video before, and like I kind of want to. I want to know what happens when this or that. So it's like, is it like you can give information, like you can give someone enough info to get them hurt sometimes. So you have to watch that. So like it's almost like the saying like I give someone enough rope to hang themselves. Like you let someone talk long enough, they'll talk themselves into a circle, let you know that they're lying about stuff. But if not, you're just trying to you're just trying to share. YouTube is awesome. You're trying to learn. YouTube is awesome. You're just trying to find a place so you can congregate with some like-minded people. YouTube is pretty awesome. I have to say that. So like things that go on in my everyday life, and the live stream yesterday it wouldn't let me on or comment. Yeah, see, I think it's off. I think it crashed. I don't know what happened. I choose revenge any day over being the bigger person. Hell yeah. Hey, sometimes revenge is what's needed. So, people do need to know that there are repercussions to their actions. So I mean, I'm a firm believer in that too. I'm that guy that's super quiet, doesn't say anything, but you get him real mad, and I say, yeah, I'm gonna smack you in the mouth. Then people are like, whoa, 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 are you crazy or something? You can't just smack someone in the mouth. Well, yeah, I can. I can. I really can. But, is he big? Is he gonna beat me up afterwards? Is he little and I'm gonna feel bad about it afterwards? I'm gonna hurt him. Is he want you to hit him just so he can get you in trouble? Maybe. People are different. But sometimes, like, there are repercussions for your actions. You have to remember that. So, treat people okay. You don't even gotta treat them good. Just don't treat them bad. He was a dandy. I'm 6'4", 220. Hell yeah. 6'2", 240. 6'1". We got some tall tree guys here. Dang. What's this? They haven't given you the power for what? What'd Jeffrey say? I miss it. Hey, we got some tall tree guys here. That's crazy. Most of the tree guys I've ran into were so little. They're very short, very, very short fellers. Everybody climbs the tree. That's funny. You can't work on it. Who are we talking about, Bridgewater? Dan Coulter. He lost his mind. Who's that, Bridge Burner? I'm gonna skip ahead on the comments. I'm sorry. I think I got way behind. I did. Dang it. Somebody leaving? Who is that right there? Tree W. Tree W. I like it. Tree W. What's up, buddy? 5'7", 150. Everything is everything is a tie-in. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to be like. I feel like this is what keeps me so skinny. And maybe because I'm like a stress freak and I'm always spazzing about the negative things in life, like, and I let it get to me to the point like it ruins my days, and it just I put too much emphasis on what people think sometimes of me, and yeah, like I have to remember that stuff's not that important. I can't spend my time focusing on the negative because if I do, it just puts me in a negative place and nothing good comes from it. I'm just one of them stressor dudes though. But Tree W, I like that. Bridge burner leave? Oh man. See you, bridge burner. I've always had a problem with crossing lines and dealing with people, man. Who usually joke around with me with one another, but I've always somehow never quite got the feel for it. Sometimes I feel the wrong thing without. It happens. It happens. That comes down to the person. Now, if I'm having a bad day and I'm not feeling so good about myself and I read a comment, I'm probably going to read it in more of a negative fashion that day than I ever would any other day. So, like, you have to remember maybe it's on them. Maybe it's an insecurity of them and you didn't mean anything by it, but you struck a chord. So, whatever. I would say sneak over and watch Reg's stuff still every once in a while. Don't leave him any comments. He's not the greatest in responding anyway. Like, if I'm being honest, it's not like he's gonna explain everything to the T when you ask him a question. It's usually, yeah, thanks, cool. Um, so you're not like missing out on an interacting person that's gonna like just interact with you nonstop. So that is what it is. He's a very smart guy though, and I know I'm guilty of being a jerk at times when I probably shouldn't have been, and I hope those people maybe sometimes give me a second chance and try the content out again because sometimes I may come off rude and not mean to. I just forgot to eat with all my noise in my head. Do you better eat? Barack Obama showed up right on. Ever see a large leader barber chair? Yes, I have. In the next video that's getting ready to come out, I barber chaired one right in my face. So we'll call it close call, rigging fail. But yeah, it's kind of blew up my face. But I'm always kind of the negative part of me. Like I played that scenario out in my head before it ever happened. Just the way I kind of walk through life is probably pretty rough. I wouldn't suggest this to anybody, but it's integrated itself into my everyday life to the point that like when I walk into a situation or scenario, I'm playing all the bad ones out in my head to prepare myself for if something was to break off. I'm not like a nutcase. I don't like walk into a grocery store and be like, "What if there's a mass shooting right now?" Blah, blah, blah. Like I don't do that stuff, but like, you know what I mean. So I had thought hey, what if this thing blows up right now? It's at just that right lean. It's just enough wood. It's softwood. It and it happened. So yes, I have seen it, and you guys will see it here kind of soon too. Don't have a problem with customers at all. Just people say it's going to. Funny thing is I used to be 5'11", 180, and only 7% body fat. I crossed the line more back then. Yeah, I've never tested my body fat count. That would be pretty sweet. It can't be much. I felt so weird. I went and had my rib cage tattooed once before. This is kind of funny. And I like I told him I was like, yeah, I want to put up an old I want an old rickety looking dead tree. Like I've taken a billion rickety nasty dead trees down. I want to keep one up. I want to put one up. I want one up my rib cage. Everyone has the pretty lively tree. So I wanted to go the other direction. So I said, all the way up my rib cage. This is what I want. I want kind of the box elder looking tree, to where it's kind of twisty and windy ish. Maybe I wouldn't say box elder looking. Yeah, maybe I don't know. But so he goes and draws it on, but you can tell he's wanting to say something to me, and it was the weirdest thing because I'm shirt off and stuff, and all the other like tattoo women are around and stuff. My wife was there, so I'm just sitting there, and I got my arm up, and he's like, "Damn, bro, uh, this is maybe weird, but can I ask how you got those riblets?" Uh, this is so funny. Like, I don't know what riblets is. What's he talking about? He said the riblets. The only time I've heard the word riblets was when I went to Applebee's and they had these little ribs that didn't have bones in them. And I think they were called riblets. But he was talking about muscles that are on your ribs. You know how there's a line my rib cage, there's a row of muscles that go up my rib cage. And I imagine just from pulling myself up in places side to side, holding a chainsaw out like that, you build that muscle right there. And he's like, I work out every day, and I try, and I this and I that. He's like, so how much do you work? I said, I don't work out at all, man. I just work. I just work. No, 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 no. So what do you do to get that? I said, dude, I work. What do you? "Oh, the tree that you're putting on my rib cage? Yeah, that's what I do. I climb trees, stuff like that. So he didn't really know what to say, and this girlfriend was funny. She told me you just needed to work harder. You just need to work harder. And and he's like, I'll work hard enough, blah 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 blah. And then she burns him about how he walks around wearing bedazzled pants, and she found his bedazzled stuff in her dryer or something. I don't even remember, but it was funny. But yeah, definitely stay fit, just working. So I just try to stay mobile, try to stay going, try to use this body for everything it's got. I am a full-fledged nut, man. I am a full-fledged nut. 100%. Like, there's. I'm sane enough to get through life. That's it. I stress out the night before tree jobs because my mind doesn't follow physics when I'm dreaming. Trees want to go. I used to have that same problem. I used to literally shake on my way before I arrived there. As I'm pulling up, my adrenaline would go so much I was literally shaking. The further the trip took to get there, and the less I had actually got to see the thing, I've taken 4-hour drives and show up to see something I've never seen before that I've already agreed to help somebody. So like I get it, man. I get it. I had to shut that kind of thing off as best as I could. I look at it and I sit there when I'm looking at the tree as best as I can and come up with a game plan while I'm sitting there. And then realize the first 15 20 minutes when I show up is always game planning anyway. So it doesn't matter if I spent the whole night drawing things out, trying to figure it out, graphing everything, I'm still going to spend 15 to 20 minutes when I show up to come up with a game plan, just the way things work. So I'm guilty of it. I just try to not stress on what I can try not to. I don't know. I'm the worst one about this, so I shouldn't give anybody advice. I stress on everything. Husky from time. Did you shut your mouth? I do not. I have one husky. Only one. Don't admit to that. Don't admit to that, Jared. Mine's back there in the corner. Don't tell nobody. Yeah, I used to be that way. Till I realized it's all different when you're in this opposite tree. A little bit different. I'm trying to think about the job so I can sleep the night before and just focus on it when I get there. 100%. That's just. I get it though, dude. We're very similar in that. We're very similar. I've had major issues with that to the point I wouldn't get any sleep because I'd have too much stress and too many things planned. And like, it just never failed when I got there. No matter how much planning I did, I changed the plan and game planned from that second on. I've never just walked up and been like, go! It just doesn't work that way. For me. For me. I'm not saying for anybody else. See, a lot of us. See, Turbo relates. Adrenaline highs. Every time I think I'm strange talk with others and find out that I'm perfectly normal. Yeah, you're good, man. You ever steal bought my wife a husky Lord for Christmas? You like the orange, don't ya? About to turn 54. You would think I would have it all figured out by now. No, only if you're a narcissist, you would think you have everything figured out halfway through your life. And you're not. So, normal, brother. It's very normal. A normal human's learning daily. Yeah, I'm gonna spit on it when I leave. When I walk out the door on my way out, I'm gonna spit on it. Um, I'm spitting on it from here. Just looking at it makes me sick. All right, look at that. Don't look. No husky. Look at that. Look at it. All right. We're done looking at that. We're gonna end this live feed. This was fun. You guys are cool. Keep being cool. Stay safe. Have a good week. Have any questions? Ask them. And be prepared to play the game next week. Beginning of the live feed. We're gonna play the game again. It's not always going to be the most known YouTubers in the world. I probably should refrain from using those type of videos because I don't want to offend anybody. But definitely we'll have another one. We'll start the next live feed next Tuesday with this same game. Maybe we'll have some other stuff worked up for you. I am halfway done with the video for you guys right now, a little over halfway. Um, it'll be out very soon. I'm thinking maybe I can finish it up by tomorrow. So I'm gonna get some dinner. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for giving me your time. Like, and I think everybody thinks it's just a YouTuber thing. I don't know if that's the way it comes off, but like, I legit appreciate you guys giving me your time. That's like the only thing we can't buy in life, and it's the only thing we wish we had more of. So when you give me your time and your attention for a little bit, that means a lot. I appreciate it. I will see you all very soon, whether it be in a live feed or whatever. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. Let's see if this one crashes.